Roger, Dodger. Okay. 650 RPM. Pre-takeoff idle, taxi 600, seatbelts fastened on mine. I'm good, yours getting your done. Radio's on and getting set. Looking for 122.7. And instruments good, good, good. Heading is going to go to 21. 24, right about the middle. Roll. Free and correct. Yeah, run up. I want to wait till I'm...
Yeah, just a little further out.
Okay. And that'll be mag off, mag on. ES on, off, amp meter check, which is...
Right here.
Over there. I did forget oil pressure when we started this, but... 2.7.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, I mean, in that situation, I was more looking for, like, where we were going when we were casting off in that tight situation there.
Yeah. And we don't do car beat during the run-up?
Yeah, so mags, EIS, car beat, check the amps, throttle idle.
Okay. Oh, no, I said car beat. It's right there before amp meter. All right. And then at this point, we're good for 1800?
Absolutely. I'm going to close my window.
Coming up to 1800?
Just a little, it's up to you. It's just a little loud is the only reason.
100. Pull back. There's my 18. Mag's coming off. Got a drop.
Smooth.
And recovers. Got a big drop. Sounds fine. And coming back up. Car beat's coming out. Car beat looks good. I got something in front of us. Car beat's good. And back up.
And amps look good.
Meters are good.
I don't.
And we don't do the right side.
What do you mean?
Left side.
Oh, you can. I mean, I just want to see that it's charging.
All right. All right, and at this point we are good for takeoff, normal. So flaps are coming down to 15. 1, 2, 3.
Cool. Perfect. And so let's plan a glassy water takeoff here.
Okay, so we'll want to lift one float. So
yeah, and so if we're, you know, right now we're right into the wind, or assuming no wind, it's your choice which float you like to lift up off the water. Okay. For me, for some reason, I just like to give it aileron,
yeah.
and because I need right rudder in a takeoff anyway, it makes more sense for me to do this than it does to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I can already see that this would feel more natural.
Yeah, it does for me too. So, so we'll just get up on the step, looking for that nice step attitude, and then slowly rolling that float off the water. Kenmore traffic, Cessna 15 Golf, sliding south, Kenmore.
All right, here we go. Up, back pressure. 1.
Wait for that
2.
Second rise. There it is.
Down onto the step, right there. And glassy water. I'm looking to raise my float. Right there. Oh, and it pops right up. Maintaining a little bit and then climbing out.
This is a little high on the pitch, but that's all right.
Right there.
Let's just kind of take a little turn to the right here. So, right side down, right side up. If somebody were to be coming in landing, they might be coming in right through here. So if we do take off over there, I like to turn over this way.
Okay, power's back, flaps are coming up, positive rate of climb. Looking for 80 knots. 80 miles per hour.
I always mess that up too, so I'm like, knots, miles an hour, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Point the thing at 75 or 80.
And I'm looking for 500 feet.
Yep.
Okay.
Kenmore traffic, Cessna 15 Golf's Arrowhead, southbound 500, Kenmore.
So Holmes Point, Sand Point, Juanita Bay, Hunts Point, 520 bridge.
Yep.
I think that's all.
Kirkland shoreline.
Kirkland shoreline. Okay, that's probably all I need to know. All right, got my altitude. Backing all the way up to 24. Climb through that a little bit, but I will.
And just look down here, so let's maintain at least this distance from the shoreline.
Okay. I'll head for that, whatever that is straight in front of me, jet ski. Yeah, on your side, I can't, okay, I can see it now. So I just need to have water in my window, on the bottom edge of it.
Yep.
And I need
whatever that looks like to you right there is perfect.
Okay. And descending.
Kenmore traffic is Sauter 82 Alpha, will be departing to the south.
Kenmore traffic 15 Golf, Holmes Point, southbound 600 Kenmore.
That feels like it should be a descent here. It's really a slow one though, isn't it? Feels like a pretty good one, normal Cessna.
And the only other point you didn't say was Champagne Point, is that little tip of that.
It's this one here?
Yeah, so there's like a little bit of a cove. Not really. But then where the, at the point there.
Where that sailboat is. The one sticking out a little further than everything else. Along the edge of there.
Oh yeah, so this way, just the point right here.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, that's close enough. Call it over there somewhere.
Alright. Well, like the trees hanging out, is that?
Yeah, right down here.
Okay, that's what I was looking at then. Where it dips in just a little bit.
Yeah.
There's that nice long sailboat sticking out extra far. Okay. Switch to lake.
Kenmore traffic, system 15 Golf, Champagne Point southbound, switching Kenmore. Lake Washington traffic, system 15 Golf, just north of Sand Point, southbound at 500 Kenmore and Lake Washington.
Yeah, I downloaded the nautical charts. Alright, and where are we wanting to do this? Same
it looks really nice and clear down here below us. We do have a light south wind.
No.
Let's plan on kind of landing right down here below us.
I do have one jet ski.
What's that?
I do have one jet ski.
Okay.
Sitting.
Yep.
I don't know what.
Not for long, I would imagine.
Good morning, 97, Quebec.
Hey, good morning.
Is it a jet ski or is it just a bass fisherman, one of those little pontoon boats?
Yeah. Some dude fishing in a float tube.
Okay, cool. He's not going anywhere then.
Nope.
Alright, so basically I'll come down here a bit more and then turn around, or?
Yeah, sounds good.
And normal landing?
Yeah, let's do a normal landing first and we'll just kind of get back into it a little bit. And then we'll try some crosswinds, some glassies, some simulated rough water, and all of that. We'll just do a little bit of everything.
Alright, sounds good to me. Coming left.
Lake Washington traffic, system 15 Golf is just south of Sand Point, turning northbound for a landing to the south, Lake Washington.
Water runner.
Lake Union, Lake Washington, Eagle off of Sand Point, 1200 for ship canal landing, Lake Union.
You can hang it up like that, and then if we get into a little bit of bumps, I don't know that if you forgot or if it was like that, but I've had them fall down before, but you probably forgot. So that's alright.
I thought I said it. I think I was going to put them down.
I kind of remember you putting them off, but I could
there were no bumps.
I could be remembering wrong.
I remember.
Yeah, when you do hang them up though, just make sure you're all the way up in that groove there.
Alright.
Otherwise they might fall down. I have had them fall down before.
In the groove. Alright, coming to bring the dock. We do have wakes now.
So if we plan on landing in between the two wakes, then we shouldn't have much wake.
Okay. They cancel themselves out, or we just...
Well, they just kind of peel out away from each other, and so it usually is smooth behind the boat.
Okay. So I'll come a little further north here. Reducing power to 1500.
Lake Washington, Cessna 15 Golf, Swinita Bay for south landing of Beam Sandpoint, Lake Washington.
Pitching for 80. Flaps are coming into 10. 15, sorry. And making my turn. Nice oval. Still looking for the 80 though, damn. Really?
75 all the way around works pretty good too.
Okay, that's what I'm kind of feeling it sticking at.
Taking unit, starter 82 Alpha, Webster Point 1000, landing south, thank you.
Alright, I'm going to leave my flaps where they're at for now, since I'm getting a little bit lower than I want to be before I hit those wake. Tiny bit of power. Flaps are coming in full.
30. Cool.
30.
Perfect.
And
yeah, so
70.
just hold this heading, pick a reference out in front of you, keep yourself nice and straight. You're looking good. We'll keep coming down a little lower.
Then I'm going to bring my nose up.
Yeah, so set that pitch right here, and now arrest the descent with a little power. Beauty. Hold this tight, picture power out. And then when the nose comes up, all the way back. Yeah, very nice.
Alright.
Very nice. So that's what we're looking for there.
Okay, water rudder's down, flaps are coming up.
And you can see that you really want to set that pitch, and then it's going to bleed some airspeed when it starts to sink. Anticipate when it's going to sink, so you arrest that descent a little bit ahead of it with power, and then we're just going to come down nice and smooth like that one. Since we've got some pretty good conditions here, I'd like to show you a little bit of step taxiing that we didn't get to do last time. So I'm going to take the controls, and you can kind of be on with me. Our water rudders are going to come up in the notch there, all the way back. Full power's coming in with 15 degrees flaps. Okay. I'm looking for that second rise. There it is right there. Now I'm releasing this back pressure.
Okay.
We're going to come up onto the step here. I'm going to reduce a little bit of power. We'll start with something around, I don't know, 2,000 RPMs or so. And we're looking for about 40 knots or a little slower is okay. We can trim a little if we need to. And we're just kind of trucking along here.
Okay.
So this pitch is pretty nice for the step. I'm going to show you kind of the limits here. So right now if we go too high, you feel it's dragging, and now it's skipping.
Okay.
So that's skipping.
That's skipping.
Now we're a little slow, so I'm going to get us back onto the step really nice here. And then adversely the other direction, we got a little bit of boat wake here, but I'm going to give it a little forward pressure, so this is porpoising, right?
Yep.
And so we'll get us back up onto the step. And each one is going to create a little drag. If I want to go right, I'm going to go with the aileron, and now I'm just going to control my rate of turn with the rudders. And if we go about standard rate, that's a safe rate of turn. I've got a little boat wake coming up here. I'm going to go the other direction.
Okay.
And I just start my turns really nice and gentle. Now I can feel we're in a little bit of that boat wake.
Okay, I think
I'm just going to bring our power to idle.
Okay.
And yoke all the way back.
All right.
And so if you see something you don't like, if you see something you don't like when you're on the step, you're like, oh, here comes the boat wake, or here's a big log or something, just power idle and yoke back. When you get that yoke back, it's going to drag that back ends of the floats, and it's going to kind of stop you a little bit quicker as well.
Say that again?
Power idle, yoke back. You're going to kind of drag those back into the floats like I just showed you with skipping, and that's just going to slow you down a little bit quicker.
Okay. And then adversely, or not doing that, if I didn't want to slow down really fast, I'd just kind of pull the thing. It would slowly come to where it normally does, and then I would pull back as it...
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. If you just want to stop, but you're not in a hurry to stop, then you just reduce the power, hold the pitch the same. Yeah. When the nose comes up on its own, get that yoke back.
All right, cool.
So we got a couple of boats, some more boat wake. Let's go ahead and we'll just turn a little bit to the right here, and we can do we can try a rough water takeoff since we do have a little bit of boat wake, and then we'll go when we come back in for our next landing. After our next landing, we'll have you do a little step taxiing in a spot where there's less boat wake.
Okay, and then do I want to just taxi past these two?
Well, they're kind of moving away from us. If we turn a little to the left, we'll be good. And that boat's moving slowly once we get up on the step.
So
it shouldn't be a problem.
Do I want 20?
50. Oh, yeah, 20 for rough water.
Okay.
Forgot I told you rough
20.
water. Yep.
And then water rotors are up and cooked. And then I want to basically do a soft field takeoff.
Yeah, kind of.
Pop up and then I stay in.
Exactly.
Okay.
So anticipate a little more forward pressure than a normal takeoff with the 20 degrees of flaps.
Coming forward. 1, 2, there it is.
Yep, release a little back pressure.
There it is.
Hold this pitch. And a little bit of nose down. Cool.
There's my airspeed of 60.
Yeah, so now it's just a slow climb and get those flaps to 15.
Okay.
If it looks clear to the left, we can start a left turn. I've got that guy inside up there.
Okay.
And we can reduce a little power for noise and so we don't redline it.
Yep. Alright, 25, and flaps are coming all the way up, positive rate. Looking for 80 knots here, and I'm going to stay low.
Okay. Lake Washington traffic, Cessna 15 Golf, just north of the 520 at 200 feet. We're turning northbound for landings at Beam Sandpoint, Lake Washington.
Too bad you guys don't have the window up here.
Yeah, except for when it's really hot, then I'm grateful there's not another window up there.
We've got the tinted ones. They're pretty nice on one of ours.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, that's
Seaplane,
great.
I think it'd be awesome for it.
Yeah, that's nice. The Cub gets super hot. Yeah, these guys are doing scenics, I think. So.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to keep my climb going now.
Mike is just south of the 520 for turn northwest runway. Got the otter in sight.
Northwest.
We can kind of plan the same thing.
Okay.
We do have a little more boat wake over here. Maybe let's turn a little more left and let's plan right traffic for a landing over there at Kirkland shoreline.
Okay.
There's one boat down there. It looks like there's less boat wake, so hopefully we can do a little bit of that step taxiing.
Okay.
And Lake Washington traffic, it's Otter 82 off approaching Sandpoint. We have the 172 in sight. We're 1,000 northbound for Kenmore.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she's got us in sight.
Yeah. So I was like, well, she's right where we're at. Where is she?
Yeah, totally.
Flying right into her.
Lake Washington traffic, Cessna 15 Golf's Beam Sandpoint. We got the Otter in sight. We'll be landing to the south off Kirkland shoreline, Lake Washington.
Alright, power's coming back. Carb heat is out. Water rudders are up. Pitching for that 80, 75-ish. Flaps are going in 15. And you do this all while you're turning?
Yeah.
Okay, so just let me know if I'm doing something too funky. I don't do flaps on the turn usually, so.
Right.
And I need to hold 75 all the way around. I don't have that boat. Oh, I got him. No factor if I land over here.
Yep, looks good.
Power set. Just that way, or should I come back around that way?
Yeah, let's keep the turn coming.
Alright. Feels good to me. That's good?
Yeah, so like looking at those waves, right about here is going to be pretty into the wind, maybe slight right crosswind, but not much. There's a little boat wake down here, but it looks smooth out in front of us.
Bring my nose up just a little bit here as I get into ground effect. And adding in a little bit of power. Getting that nose up nice and high. And back in my power to idle. Full back pressure. Or not full, I guess. Just where but not full back pressure, but that sight picture.
Yeah, holding the sight picture. Yeah, no, the landing was good. And we were just kind of skipping a little bit there at the end because there's just a little bit of boat wake here. It's not much, but you can just see a little bit of some rollers here.
Alright,
so I don't want to, because of this little bit of boat wake. I don't want to do any step taxiing right now. You can see the nose is just bobbing up and down as we're going over this. It's kind of hard to see the boat wake because we do have a little bit of wind here. Okay. But yeah, let's see. It looks kind of clear over to the left. Let's turn left. And right here we're about 90 degrees off of the wind direction. Okay. So you can pull the water rudders up, and then we'll let it weather vane into the wind, but we will add a little bit of power over in this direction to hold that crosswind, and we'll do a little right crosswind takeoff. Okay. So it's going to kind of weather vane around here a little bit.
Feeling it.
And this heading looks pretty good to start adding power. And we'll come up onto the step on this heading. Just pick a reference out straight out in front of you.
Okay. 1, 2.
Lower the nose a little bit. Little goes down and reduce a little bit of power. Perfect. Looks nice and clear out to the right, so we can make a right turn.
Making a right turn.
That was pretty nice. We did get into a little bit of this boat wake, and we were kind of going across it at an angle, and so it was kind of doing this back and forth between the two floats thing, but there's not a whole lot we can do about it.
It's interesting that your training service changes every freaking time. So it's like the student has to go, well, how much was me? How much was that?
Yeah.
And that's an interesting thing. That's part of your job now, is having to say, oh, it wasn't you or it was you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't know.
941 Whiskey Mike is on the west 45 for 25. Return.
So let's roll wings level here. We'll level off at 500. Let's plan another one over by Sandpoint.
Okay. .500 feet, 80 miles per hour, backing off 24. Feeling good here. I do have one little boat there, but I can't tell if he's moving.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's fun about seaplane flying, is everything's always changing. It's one thing that makes it a little bit more difficult for training.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's just kind of an organic atmosphere, and everything is always changing, so being able to adapt to different stuff is very important.
No, I don't doubt it. Water rudders are up, power's coming back, carb heat is out.
Again, Johnny Beaver, footplane 18 Foxtrot, overhead, the Highlands 1,800. Green light next, and a water landing at Virginia.
Flaps coming in.
Mike, left downwind, 25%.
And I'm going to kind of aim that way. I think I'm a little too far over here, but I'll kind of
that looks good.
Zigzag it back in. There was a little bit of wake on that side, I thought.
Yeah, so there's a boat out, or actually a float plane, I think. Let's plan on landing this way.
Okay, that's what I was planning, yeah, because there was a little bit of wake on that side, it looked like.
Yeah, this is
it's
perfect.
The wake disappeared, though, from this view.
Yeah, it changes with the change in the light. Lake Washington, Cessna 15 Golf, Sabine Sandpoint, South Landing, Lake Washington.
Sir, 30, Seagull, no factor, looking for his buddy. Holding 70. Water rudders are up. Air beats out, good. And looking to bring my nose up here a little bit. Add a
little more
power.
pitch up. Perfect. There you go. Just a little right rudder to hold it straight.
A little bit of wake there. Gonna leave the power in for a second and then back it off on the other side there.
Cool. I like it.
Yeah, it just looked a little choppy there. I didn't want to
reduce power and set it down.
Center, yeah. Clock.
Yep. Perfect.
All right, water is coming out. Flaps coming up. The 15. Car beat is in. All right. What do you want? Oh, we're going to try to do step taxi?
I think it's a little bit rough, yeah, and he
I kind of understand the concept, and I'm not too worried about it, because it's just, based on 2000, I can hear what you were looking for. Once I'm there, I just need to back it off before I take off.
Yeah.
And the turns are the only part that I was a little funky on.
Well, let's do a rough water takeoff here. Straight ahead is going to be fine. And, you know, that was a pretty flat bottom boat, so he's not going to make a whole lot of wake, I don't think.
20 degrees of flat.
And so we can take off. We'll use a rough water technique.
Okay.
And let's see if we can find some smoother water south of the 520 here.
All right, so it's turning me that way. Is that the wind?
Virginia traffic,
The wind's pretty light right here, so it might just be the P factor and left turning tendency.
All right, so bring it back in. I'm going to try to turn back to straight.
Now it's hold the heading coming up onto the step.
One. I guess there was two. I didn't see it, but...
And release that back pressure.
Okay. Liking it right there. And we're up. Pushing forward a little bit. And good rate of climb. Coming up. Backing my power out. Don't want it that steep, which is different for me. And then flaps are reducing to 15.
Cool.
Positive rate, I'm happy. I'm bringing up the rest of the flaps.
Let's head for the middle of the bridge and we'll keep climbing for 500.
Head for the middle, 500.
Lake Washington traffic system 15 Golf is just north of the 520, climbing through 200 for 500. We'll be crossing the 520 southbound, Lake Washington.
It's surprising how much better the conditions are today, even though it doesn't look much different. I can feel a big difference in just a little bit of wind.
Yeah, I mean,
that's kind of crazy.
The landings are much smoother. You're not beating it up like it was yesterday or the day before.
The first day I was like, for 12 knots, I was like, yeah, okay, well, that's kind of tough to instruct all the time. I was like, pretty low. But yeah, I can see how 12 would probably beat the heck out of this thing.
Yeah, we're very weather dependent with the seaplane flying, even whether it's a larger seaplane.
Yeah, our guys, they really take off on some crazy stuff then. Alright, number 500, reducing power. I really don't anticipate 5. I want to climb right up to 5.
I know.
Every time, like, oh, dang, 500 feet.
Lake Washington traffic system 15 Golf, just crossing the 520 southbound 500 for takeoffs and landings between the I-90 and 520, Lake Washington.
You want to overfly?
Let's set up for a glassy water landing here.
Okay.
And so let's go ahead, carb heat on, water rudders are up. Let's reduce that power to at least 1500 here. We're going to go with 15 degrees of flaps on this one.
See the one on short final, we'll wait until your landing is short, and then it's the right turn.
At least 15, you said?
15, and then let's start our descent here.
Okay. And I don't care about the descent yet. I want to just wait till I get down there and then I'll reduce it.
Well, so on the glassy, I like to kind of descend a little bit quicker down because we're going to drag this landing out quite a bit further.
All right, that's what I meant. I don't have to worry about the 100 to 200 now. I'd wait till I'm at 100 feet.
Yeah, when you're at 100 feet, then we're going to pitch for that step attitude, and then you're going to use your power to achieve your 2 to 100 feet per minute descent.
All right, so here's 200 feet. Starting to bring my nose up. Power's at 1400.
Yeah, so don't change the power yet. Let's get a little more pitch up. You can look out the wingtip here and see your angle of attack as well. And now let's come in with a little power, and we're looking for that 1 to 200 foot per minute descent. This pitch is good, so our goal here is to maintain the same pitch and control our rate of descent with power.
How much power should we be looking at?
Just enough to get you 150
and my airspeed's fine?
Yeah, it's good.
55?
Yep. That looks good. So pick a reference point out there in front of you. Keep yourself aligned straight with the rudders.
Too much power, or whoa?
We just kind of changed the pitch there, and we had a
20
little
degrees flaps still? I don't want any more?
Yeah, no more flaps.
Okay.
Right at, normally right at 15, but we're going to do it with what we got here.
100 per minute to cool.
Yep, this is looking good.
It does use a lot of runway though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, holding my 100.
Yeah, a little right rudder here. And power idle. maintain that pitch. When the water is really smooth like this, it does have a tendency to grab those floats a little bit more and want to pitch you nose low.
Well, that's interesting. It feels slick, so you can feel that it grabs you a little more.
Yeah, it does grab you quite a bit more. Yeah, a lot more hydrodynamic drag.
Totally opposite of what you would think.
Yeah, it's smoother. We glide on it. The landing is much smoother. So on that landing, that was really nice.
You want more pitch up earlier? Or?
No, you just want to the goal is to not change the pitch, and because when we are coming onto a true glassy surface, you can't tell, and you don't want to try to flare. You just want to maintain a safe pitch attitude for touchdown, control your rate of descent with power, and then if we were in a lake here that was, obviously we want to pick a go-around point too, because if we don't touch the water by a certain point, then we're going to be out of room here, and that thing, if you're doing it right, you're going to eat up a lot of landing space.
Yeah.
Let's make a little left turn here. It's nice and calm in here. We do have a little bit of boat wake, but I feel like we can do a little bit of step taxi. Something floating there, huh?
Somebody's RC plane. What's left of it? All right. And I want flaps in for the step taxi or not?
So you can do it with no flaps. I wouldn't do it with any more than 15. Right now we're about 10, and that's fine.
Okay.
The thing is that we want to have weight on the floats on the water. If we get too light, then we get kind of squirrely, right?
All right.
So let's pick a reference point out here in front of us, and we'll come up onto the step, and we'll just see how it goes with this little bit of boat wake that we have.
All right. Up, full power. 1, 2. Reducing.
And let's bring that power back to about 2,000. Let's do a little right turn here. So we're just going to go with a little right aileron. Now control your rate of turn with your rudder pedals.
So it's opposite rudder if I don't want it to go any faster?
Exactly. And if we were in too tight of a turn and it felt like that outside float started to sink, then you'd want to just power out.